Hey everybody, it's Maggie from Personal Euphoria with today's plank story. And I realized right over my shoulder where I am today is my family portrait of my family doing plank. So if you needed a little extra inspiration, maybe they can be it for the moment. This is a short story, so if you've ever wanted to try plank but you're nervous about it, this is certainly a day to try. And if you don't want to do plank, then I'm going to have you do alternating, reaching your arms overhead. So you start with your palms forward, my elbows are pointed down, and you're just going to do alternating reaches, if that's okay on your shoulders. As adults, we don't really get our arms overhead nearly enough, but it's important for your shoulder joint. All right, so today's plank. I have been reading P.T. Barnum's autobiography, and it's interesting. He's had an interesting life, but one of the things that interests me the most is just hearing sort of the slang he uses that has gone away. And I wonder, why does certain slang linger? We still say, we still use the term windfall. We have all sorts of slang. We don't remember necessarily where it came from. But some of it's disappeared. So early on in the book, and most of these you can figure out from context, but I've looked them up because they intrigued me. So the first one he used is he said, in this story, I'm going to acknowledge the corn. And basically what that means is I'm going to share with you my mistakes. I might not go into full detail, so I might not give you everything about my mistakes, but I am going to acknowledge mistakes were made, basically, right? So acknowledge the corn. Don't know why that went away. But I believe that one came about because, at some point before P.T. Barnum, one of the states shipped corn and charged it as an export, but it was not for human consumption, it was for animal consumption. So I don't know exactly the details, but that's where the term acknowledge the corn came from. I mean, I'm guessing they sold animal feed as human feed is my guess, but that was unclear. And the other slang that he had is he's talking about when he's a teenager and he's with his boyfriends and this one guy is pursuing this girl and she's obviously not interested. And he says, she gave me the mitten. She gave me the mitten. Which means you're not interested specifically when someone's pursuing you as a love interest. But it's like the original talk to the hand kind of thing. Although that doesn't have to be about a love interest. You could say that to anybody. And I'm pretty sure from what I read, she gave me the mitten is about rejecting a potential love interest. So anyway, acknowledge the corn and she gave me the mitten. Maybe you can work them into a sentence this week. And as always, have a wonderful day. Thanks for listening and keep moving.